So, all right, guys, this is Ryan. Happy getting started with this live stream. Saying on one thumbnail up here. Hey, Produce Not Pills, thanks for joining. You're the first one on. All right, here we go. Upload the thumbnail. It's weird how they don't let you upload your thumbnail until after the fact here. But anyway, let me get it going. All right. Ryan live thumb. There we go. So, all right, we have started here. So, thanks everyone for joining this live stream here. And I think I actually might leave this one up. Usually, I don't do that. Usually I take the live streams down. I don't like the live streams, or like to be all over our channel. So anyway, I want to say, if you're just tuning in, if you're just watching the stream, I want to let you guys know we're going to be at Vegfest LA next Sunday. That's May 5th, Cinco de Mayo. And I have all the information down in the show notes, in the show description, the link to Vegfest LA. And I'll just kind of give you a quick rundown of what's going to happen. We're going to be at the social media tent. Actually, Angie single-handedly organized the social media tent. She got just really cool, chill people to come throughout the day. We're going to be there all day, but in addition to us all day, will be vegan black metal chef. He's really cool. Have you seen him in all his garb? I think he's going to wear it all. Those annoying vegans will be there for an hour. Sammy Grimm and Brian Turner from San Diego. Our buddy Straight Veg is in town, and Sonia Elsie. So you'll see a link to this on our Instagram. So make sure you follow us there, Happy Healthy Vegan on IG. And VegFest LA should probably post the graphic that Angie also made all by herself. That'll probably be up tomorrow. So anyway, that's what's going on there. So let me get back to the stream here so I could see all your guys's chat and stuff going on. So yeah, just follow the link if you're in SoCal. Make sure you don't miss this opportunity. Sorry kind of too for the sort of late announcement about Vegfest LA. They're kind of like that. They're kind of slow. Cool. So here's everyone in the chat here. So thanks for joining on, everyone. Hey, everyone. Sorry I didn't get to shout out all your names. So let me know. Are any of you guys in Southern California or be going to VegFest? Let me know. And it's always cool when someone comes up to me and says, hey, Ryan, I'm Bill or Produce Not Pills from the live chat, so let me know if one of you guys are coming. So I understand if you're like a Hopek here from Oman, it might be a little impractical to come to turn my mic gain down, come out to Los Angeles next week. So anyway, if you go to Vegfest LA, all the info's in the show notes. Yeah, I tell you, and that panel we're going to be on is hosted by, I didn't say what panel we're going to be on. It's 4 to 5 p.m. We'll be doing the social media stars panel, hosted none other than by Mike the Vegan. Yeah, he's coming back. Like last year, he was a host of our panel. So in addition to us on the social media panel at Vegfest, will be Cami from Supreme Banana, Apples and Amanda's, and Nikki Vegan. You might know her also from the Vegan View, and a lot of the Vegan View girls, I think, are going to be there too. So it should be cool. Hang out with me and Mike, hang out with me and Angie, take some photos. And like I said, we'll be in the social media tent all day. Angie organized all those cool vegans to come chill with us all day. So come, Jessica. And I don't think Matt and Sunshine might be able to make it, and Karen from Thailand might not be able to make it. But yeah, VegFest, Cinco de Mayo, May 5th, Sunday, May 5th in Woodley Park, where it's been for the past 4+ years. And this is the first year it's not predicted to be like super hot. It's been like 80+ degrees. So I'm looking forward to not getting all sunburnt like the last few years. So yeah. All right. So enough of me pimping Vegfest LA, but yeah, go down in the show notes. I also didn't mention we should have new copies of the second edition of Angie's book, Keep It Carved, Baby. I should have them in the next few days, but we'll definitely have them for Vegfest. I shouldn't say definitely, but it should be like 99.9%. We'll have them. We'll bring them along with us with some new teas. Peter, come to Vegfest LA. It's like, the biggest, and it's free. It's totally free. Unlike, say SoCal Vegfest, which is totally awesome and worth it. It's like $5-10. Vegfest LA is free. Eat, drink, vegans, like $50-60. So this is the place to come and like chill out, watch all these great inspiring speakers, meet a bunch of your social media people that you follow, and just have a good time, just chilling and eating good vegan food all day. Where'd I get that shirt? I got it straight from these guys. I forgot the company name off the top of my head, but yeah, they sent it to me to check it out, and yeah, I'm enjoying it because that's what we'll be doing next week. We'll be assembling all vegans together. So what is going on here, y'all? Um, let's see. Let me just click one other thing here if I can get more data and details here. Anyway, okay, wow, you're at a pig save right now in in Germany, Tina. Awesome, cool. Yeah, our friends that are going to be in the social media tent with us, those annoying vegans, they'll be there from 1 to 2 p.m. They attend pig saves pretty much weekly here in Los Angeles. So, yeah, we got all sorts of vegans coming to this, chefs and athletes and activists and all that stuff. Is that Vegfest out here the biggest in the United States? I don't know, but it's pretty freaking big. I really don't know which one's the largest, but it is the largest one that the largest Veg Fest. Like, there's Veg Fest all over, but this is the largest Veg Fest that Angie and I have ever been to. I'll tell you that for sure. Yeah, I love that vegan couple. They're really sweet. They're really nice people, and that was kind of how Angie handpicked the people to be in the social media tent. We wanted people that are going to put out good vibes. No bad vibes. People that we like to just be around. They're respectful of everything, of us, veganism. They're not going to quit next week or anything like that because they eat salmon because they have brain fog or anything like that. These are just cool, solid vegans. So people that, yeah, we're totally cool with. Oh, you're only a few hours away. Happy, healthy hippie. Cool, then you should come. Yeah. Yeah, it's in the valley, kind of by Encino, Van Nuys, that area, just north of the Sepulveda Pass, for those of you who are familiar with LA, where the 405 and the 101 meet at. In a big ass park there, Woodley Park. So yeah, go to the link in the show description. Come say hi. We'll take selfies together. I have that long arm and get you and me and Angie and all our friends in the same frame. It's fun to meet all you guys there. It's really tiring, talking to people all day, but we love it. We just come home pleasantly happy. It's really cool. Hey, Wesley from New Mexico. How's it going? Um, Joan, yeah, I saw vegan zombies thumbnail and title about the just eggs thing. So yeah, it's kind of weird. I thought Josh Chetrick wouldn't do that because he himself, the CEO of Just Products, or just whatever they call themselves now, is vegan. So yeah, I'll have to see what Zombie uncovered about that. It's surprising. Um, Foot Soldier, he's starting to put on a muscle. Yeah, he's been working at it for how many months now? I haven't seen it. I've seen most of his videos. I haven't seen that one yet. But it's not surprising how vegans, can do whatever they want. They can be skinny cyclists. They can be pumped up, bodybuilders, and anything else in between they want to be. Yeah. So it's funny how people think of meat means muscles. There's like no connection whatsoever. Oh, Heather, yeah, Orange County, yeah. I mean, yeah, we're on the border of Orange County here in Long Beach, so definitely come to Veg Fest LA. Like I said, it's the biggest free vegan festival that I've ever seen, and yeah, it's just a fun experience. Eating all the food and all the drinks, both alcoholic and non-alcoholic, and if you do drink alcohol, I'm not saying you should, but if you're already into that kind of thing, I understand that alcohol sales is one of the a way they fund this event to keep it free. They get it donated and they just sell it, and that helps pay for this big event, which requires tons of security and personnel. And it's crazy how it's still free. I don't understand how people buy that much alcohol. Anyway, so anyway, yeah. Again, I'm not promoting getting drunk or anything like that. I'm just saying if you're into that sort of thing. They got you covered. Not saying getting drunk, just having a drink, a sip. Um, let's see. Is the chat frozen right now? It seems to be stuck. Let me say something here. Let me test it out. Yo. I'll say yo. See if I see it. Okay, there's yo. Okay, cool. It's all working. K. I'm glad to see you, K. What would be one of these live streams without K here? I've never heard of that song, so I will not comment because I don't like to comment on stuff I know nothing of. Very last. Yeah, I'm with you on that. People say, "Oh, being vegan." Oh, hey, race lover. I hate when people say, "Oh, being vegan made me feel so bad and weird." I'm going, "What the hell were you eating?" Because most people, I personally know, and I don't hang out with that whole Hawaiian raw fasting crowd and all that, But people I know that and hang out with on a daily basis who eat sensible vegan diets, balanced vegan diets. I never heard anyone say, "Oh, I felt so much worse once I went vegan. I had all this energy and my brain was so clear, and I went vegan and had brain fog." So, I'm saying is, yeah, I'm with you. I can totally relate. For Veriless and Race Liver, yeah, it should be all vegan beer there, from what I understand. I've never even seen where they sell the beer there. The place is huge. The event is so huge. Vegan Tina, man, who are you talking about there, Vegan Tina? Someone in attack mode now and completely trying to deflect from any personal accountability. Wow, who are you talking about there, Vegan Tina? I can take a guess, but let me know who you're talking about there. Um, yeah, I'm with you, Veriless. Yeah, full of energy. I told Jackson on the live stream last week, and I go, I already have like too much energy almost. I don't see how it could get much better. In fact, I kind of don't want any more energy than I have now. I have plenty of energy to do what I need to do in life. Okay, I don't know who that dude is. I saw some foot soldier videos made about that person, but I don't know who he is. Me and Angie should perform at Vegfest. Well, we kind of are, not musically. We're gonna be there all day, hanging out and meeting you guys. So that's performance enough, Just being there, being present, and being available to everyone. That's far cooler than playing some show to a bunch of people who don't know your music really. Um, NC Red, yeah, it's weird that Spherge promoted our music for like half of his video there. Crazy world, huh? Never would have thought that in a million years. Um, why is this Wacko Jacko? So we have another anti-vegan. Wow, that's calling out vegans. Wow. Hmm. I guess it's a business. I think people see there's a little market, for YouTubers to make a name for themselves attacking vegans. It's really stupid. It's pointless. I mean, unless they really just want to try to get some views or something like that. Let's see what's race ever. He lost the plot. I forgot to mention the comments deleted. All right, cool. Have I tried the vegan taco at Del Taco? Yeah, I remember when Del Taco was like testing the Beyond Meat stuff, and like three of their, or I think it was just two Del Tacos in Los Angeles. We happened to be near one after we went out and saw a band one night. So yeah, we checked it out. Yeah, it was pretty cool. I like Del Taco. For those of you who are on the West Coast, it's like an alternative to Taco Bell, and I think they have better vegan options there too. So yeah, big tip there, and it's cheap. Remember, we got a bunch of stuff, and they said it was like $5 and 25 cents. I go, are you kidding? All this food for like $5? It's a deal. I don't know if it's the healthiest food in the universe, but there's way worse out there for sure as far as like vegan fast food goes. All right, so what else is going on here in the chat, y'all? If you're just joining, remember I put in the show description down below information about VegFest LA, which Andrew and I will be at next Sunday in Woodley Park in Los Angeles. So check it out. You'll see what times will be there, what panels we'll be speaking on, and we'll be holding down a social media tent all day. Robin, I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm into banjo music too much, but thanks for the tip there. Hey, you Sean Louis, how you doing there? Um, okay, and so you got it in Phoenix once, the Del Taco taco, the Del Taco vegan taco. Yeah, it's cool. It's not like the best vegan taco I've ever had in my life, but I'll tell you this: if like Angie and I were out at a show and it's midnight and we're starving and nothing's open, and just like a mile and a half down the road is Del Taco, and you can get 5 vegan tacos and burritos for like $5. it's pretty much a winner in my book, unless you have the energy to drive home. And we're pretty far from home that night. So anyway, that's what it's all about. Yeah, I wouldn't go there like right now, but yeah, midnight or 2 in the morning, it's a win. It's a hardcore win. Victor wants to know who's going to win the NBA championship. Yeah, unfortunately, as you saw last night, maybe it's not going to be the LA Clippers, but I'm glad they took them to a game 6. It was, or was it a seven? No, it was a game 7, wasn't it? Yeah, no, not a seven. It was a game 6. Yeah, game 7. What am I thinking? No, they didn't go that far, but yeah, that was awesome. I don't know. Warriors are looking good. I haven't seen too many of the East Coast games yet, too, but I really want to see the Celtics. Kyrie Irving, vegan brother here, so vegan basketball fellow player. So yeah, that'd be cool to see the Warriors and the Celtics. Oh, okay, Chris. I was wondering when Beyond Meat is going public. I was reading the articles about them going public like many months ago, and I didn't see a date. So if they do go public, I've never bought any stock on the day that they've like done an IPO. Usually wait a few days or a month or two. Usually there's a bunch of hype at the beginning that drives prices up. But I don't really buy too many stocks. I have like a really lowly, underfunded like personal retirement account, I guess it's called IRA. So maybe I'll add a little bit into there or something. But yeah, I'm glad I don't have to retire off that because that would last like 2 months or something. Do I eat legumes every day? Asks Manoldi. Not, I mean, I don't make a point to eat legumes every day, but I would say in a typical 7-day week, I would say I probably eat legumes more days than I don't. So I probably eat legumes like 4 or 5 days a week or something like that on average. Yeah, I love all sorts of legumes, all sorts of beans. You look in our cabinet, our kitchen cupboard. Yeah, we got tons of different kinds of beans. Yeah, I just had some today in a soup that Angie made. We had some leftovers of that, and there were beans in there. Karen, you want to get a shirt? I hope you're talking about one of our shirts. It's just at shop.happyhealthyvegan.org. Just Google Happy Healthy Vegan, go to our website, and we have pretty much all our sizes in right now. And I just ordered a whole bunch more for Vegfest LA, which is in the show notes next Sunday in Woodley Park in Los Angeles. So anyway, yeah, just go to our site and yeah, see what's up. We have pretty much every size in stock, and we're gonna have even more. I think we're out of smalls on the tie dyes. I just sold 2 of them yesterday. But yeah, that's one way to get a shirt. I'm not sure where to get this guy's a shirt at though. I feel really bad because they sent it to me. Um, Ever ride a motorcycle? Asked Cody. No, no. I'm totally not into motorcycle riding. It's just too high risk of an activity for me. Other people find the risk reward thing acceptable. For me, riding a bike's probably the most risky thing I want to do out in the street where there's bike lanes and stuff like that. And even then, it's pretty scary sometimes. I try to find the most chill roads. Annie, yeah, vegan black metal chef. Yeah, I think it's hard for him to do constant YouTubing because he has to make a song and a recipe and film it all and all that stuff. So, but he'll be there at Vegfest LA. He's a really, really nice guy. You might think if you don't know him, he's like this scary, intimidating, dark soul of a person, and nothing could be further from the truth. He's like he's just so chill. It's just such good vibes. Yeah, come out and meet Brian with us. Him and vegan black metal chef, and us, Happy Healthy Vegan, will be at the social media tent all day, just kind of holding it down with other people coming in and out throughout the day, like those annoying vegans, Brian Turner and Sammy Graham, straight edge vegan. I'm sorry, what I call them, straight veg. Yeah, and Sonia Elsie. And again, all the info is down in the show notes in this video. So have a look. Come meet us next weekend, Vegfest LA, Woodley Park. What else you guys asking here? Okay, yeah, come meet us at VegFest. I don't think you live nearby, or else you'd probably say you were coming, huh? Tony, serious question. How am I promoting malnourishment, Kenny? How am I killing people slowly but surely? So, Tony, is that your name, Tony? How am I malnourished? You sound like you're a medical expert. I have put about 4 or 5 blood tests up here on YouTube. Have you seen any of them, Tony? Am I deficient in anything? So let me know. And So why would I be malnourished? Just because I'm vegan, or is there something about the way I'm doing vegan? Am I like doing water fasting and raw and urine drinking? What about me is malnourished? Or do you think every single vegan is malnourished? So we'll see how this Tony dude answers this question. I'm curious. I love it when anti-vegans like to assert malnourishment. That's your favorite part of the stream, Annie? No, I just like to hear where they're coming from. So let's see how Tony can answer how I am malnourished, or not just me, but me or other vegans. Um, was I live the same time as Vegan Gains? I don't even check anymore. Vegan Gains goes live pretty much every day, so I don't even bother to see if I'm competing against Vegan Gains. You know, he's just gonna stream when he's gonna stream. Oh, what brand of omega-3 do I use? Well, I watched my video from about 2 weeks ago about how I trained. I think it's called How I Trained Today and post-workout nutrition. Didn't get a ton of views. I guess it's a really boring title, but check that out because that's it's a whole food plant that I'm taking. It's like for lifters, but you could be a runner, just a vegan that wants to get some more omega-3s in the form of ALA, and it's a complete amino acid containing plant that they use too. It's a whole food plant. So check that video out. Um, it's called Clean Machine. Just check it out, Clean Machine. If you're into it, I've become an ambassador for them of sorts. You know, I'm not sponsored, but I have a coupon code. Check it out in the video. It's Happy Vegan. It'll give you 20% off of it. So what happened to that dude that said we're malnourished? Did he come back and respond? No, he never did. Huh. All right, Tony. So if you have an answer for us, we're all us vegans here are just waiting to know how Ryan of Happy Healthy Vegan is malnourished, or how all us vegans are malnourished. So we're just anxiously waiting because, you know, we might be dying and we don't know it, but Tony knows. Obviously, he's a trained medical professional or something. He can look at someone and race levers and determine if they're malnourished. And race lever raised a good point. We think Race Lever thinks Tony may have passed out from malnourishment. And that's why we're not getting his reply. So I hope I answered your question there about what brand of omega-3s. It's just look up Clean Machine Protein or cleanmachineonline.com, I think is a website. And yeah, just check out my video from about a week and a half ago, How I Trained Today and post-workout nutrition. All the info is in there. I think I have links in the show notes there too. Wow, poor Tony. How are children dying from a vegan diet? It's funny how you bring that up because the cases that I've reported on where the news media sensationalistically claims, oh, vegan parents like made a child sick or even died. Again, they were doing extreme fringe woo-woo diets, like extreme raw or just malnourishment in general. And how is it okay, Tony, if people feed their kids McDonald's every day and get diabetes and obese? That's okay, you know. But if some extreme woo-woo person that just happens to be vegan, even though they're probably not into it for, you know, ethical or moral reasons, you blame that on veganism. How come, Tony? I know so many people go to any of these Vegfest events. You'll see parents who are vegan, who have raised vegan kids, you know, their entire lives, and they're healthy as hell. So just because some weirdo is irresponsible and gives their kid a malnourishing diet, it doesn't mean that veganism promotes that. Do you understand that? Just because a meat eater goes to McDonald's every day and gives their kid fattening junk food and gets some diabetes doesn't mean that's the case for all non-vegans. Just a bad parent that's irresponsible giving them crappy food. So please don't blame that on vegan. If a kid grew up here with us, I don't know how that would happen because we don't plan to have kids ever. But anyway, they would not die or anything like that. Your argument is completely lame. You're just picking some crazy stories out of the media where people were just doing irresponsible things. So you have another one, Tony. Do you have another reason why? Yeah, Ryan Snyder raises a good point. Kids die every day and they're not vegan. Kids get diseases and they're not vegan. Kids die of all sorts of reasons, and veganism has nothing to do with it. So, Tony, you want to try another argument out for me about how I am malnourished and I'm promoting death? Because I'm not promoting. I've seen that. I said I saw the diets that these parents were giving their children. I don't promote anything remotely close to that. So don't blame it on me or veganism, please. It's it doesn't your argument doesn't hold any water. All right, so what else do we have here? What's my take on the nuts drama? Oh yeah, I've heard about some nuts drama with some of the doctors and stuff like that. I don't really care. I mean, I don't really think eating some nuts is like, the gonna make it or break it on a vegan diet. I personally love to eat nuts, so I think it's cool, So, there's some research that says don't eat nuts, take it for what you will. What happened to our Phil friend, huh? What happened to our buddy Phil here? Is he trying to like text one of his anti-vegan friends to try to get another anti-vegan argument that completely sucks, some kind of extreme diet of some kind, and blame it on vegans? Oh, thanks, Bridge Curly. Do we have someone that's not being nice to us here? Because if so, either me or my great moderators like Race Lever will boot your ass. So if you're new to our streams here, and if you're just in it, the basic rule is just be cool, be respectful. If you disagree with what we're doing, that's fine. That's cool. Either you can go somewhere else or hang out here and just be respectful. Okay, you could say the same thing about all the studies I talk about. Those studies are done on people who eat nothing but junk food and processed meat. Of course, they're going to get diabetes and heart disease. Okay. And your point is what? You forget, remember, you came on here, your initial thing, Tony, is how I'm malnourished. And now you're throwing studies of people eating meat and irresponsible parents giving their diet children diets that are just poor and have nothing to do with veganism. Again, come back to your original point. You come in here and say because that we're malnourished. Please tell me how we're malnourished, Tony. Waiting. Again, now you're throwing grass-fed meat out here. See, you're doing the typical thing that anti-vegans do. You just throw 100 things out there and you can't even focus on one point. So I'm going to hold you here, Tony. Stick with your main point. Tell me, how am I malnourished? I'm waiting. We're going to wait here, guys, for Tony to tell us how I or all us vegans here are malnourished. We'll patiently wait for Tony to tell us how we're malnourished. So we'll wait for Tony to try to get his grass-fed brain fired up here, and aren't you guys kind of excited to learn from Tony here, who seems to know way more than we do, and more than any vegan medical doctors and researchers do? That we're malnourished. So he's going to reveal to us. He's going to have a breakthrough piece of information here that's going to transform all of our lives. All right, Tony. Parents who force their kids to go vegan should be in prison. That's child abuse. How is feeding a diet that's been recommended by multiple health agencies, the American Dietetics Association and the English counterpart, the British Dietetics Association, who say that vegan diets are healthful for people in all phases of life, including during pregnancy, infancy, early childhood, all the way to old age. So apparently Tony thinks he knows more than that. But if a parent takes their kid to McDonald's every day, is that child abuse? Hey, Tracy, what's up? We got a live audience here today. So thanks for joining on. I heard you got something going on tonight, so feel free to hang out as much or little as you can. So yeah, so according to our friend Tony here, feeding children, get this, according to Tony, feeding children, like say potatoes, vegetables, greens, fruit, bananas, rice, and all grains, that's child abuse. Huh, that's so interesting. Huh. So yeah, that's news to me. I didn't know feeding children whole food plants is child abuse. Can you imagine the judge? Yeah, he's making that. Those parents are making their kids eat potatoes and vegetables and legumes and fruit and grains. How horrible! The judge would probably just pass out and just hearing such shocking, horrific, ghastly information there. Tony, would you agree? Anyway, let's not just answer Tony here. Let's see what else is going on here. Yeah, major child abuse right there. Feeding kids fruit and veggies, says Macy. I know, exactly. That's just it's got to be the silliest argument I've ever heard. If even that's an argument, is it just like a talking point amongst anti-vegans? Potatoes and grains and vegetables. Oh my God. All right. So what else y'all talking about here in the chat? Yeah, James, making your child sick and obese is child abuse. But yeah, I don't think they'll prosecute parents for force feeding children too much fast food, huh? But I really don't think I don't think eating potatoes and vegetables and grains is quite the same and produces the same health risks. I don't think so, Tony. Unless Tony has some statistics we don't know about. So okay, Tony. So you can like try to Google something or text one of your anti-vegan friends. We'll wait for your next one. Anyway, what else is going on? Um, let's see. I haven't been reading that much lately, Wesley. Angie and I are bad. We've been playing some video game at night, which kind of has taken into our reading time, unfortunately. Um, Jorge Fruit eating backyard eggs. Well, considering that I'm vegan and most of us here are, that's a big no. That's animal products, right? So no, I mean, here's an argument I know that Jorge might or others might be thinking, like, there's no harm, blah blah blah. Just eggs. Here's the thing: I'm already healthy as f, as my blood tests indicate. I have no deficiencies. I'm, healthy. I'm athletic. I have plenty of energy, no brain fog or anything like that. I mean, there's nothing lacking. So why would I want to try something that's goes against my ethics and beliefs? Not to say if I were something or lacking that would justify it, I would try. I'm just saying there's no reason. Like the argument for bivalves, I'm already kicking ass. Why would I need bivalves? Because I don't need them right now. I don't need eggs. Or the argument for a stem cell meat, whatever that stuff's called. I'm already kicking ass. Why? I've been kicking ass without it. Why do I need it? You don't need it. This is just marketing. So yeah, and plus eggs are gross, full of cholesterol. So what's the point? I don't see any plus side, and it would violate my morals. So it's a complete downside argument. Yeah, okay, Jorge. I didn't think you. I thought I remember you in the chat here before. I was to tell him like, why would you need them? You're already kicking ass. You're already doing fine. Yeah, the chicken periods, Tracy. Thank you. Why would a healthy person eating a whole food plant-based diet want to eat chicken periods? Or why? I don't. I'm just asking that kind of rhetorically. Well, why? Answer this. Why are 99% of you vegans so damn skinny? Well, Jorge, I'm 194 pounds last time I checked and can slam dunk. So tell me, am I too skinny? I'm 51. I'm 194 pounds. I mean, yeah, I'm not fat or anything like that. And why does it really matter that you call us skinny? It's funny because vegans, and you look at pretty much any study that's look at body mass indexes of, say, vegans, vegetarians, fish eating vegetarians, pescatarians, meat eaters, and vegans have a healthy body mass index, which has been established for decades. Body mass indexes have been rising amongst people because of dietary situations. But I'm saying vegans have the lowest, it doesn't make us skinny. And what is wrong with being not overweight? I'm not like some of these vegans that promote these weight loss vegan diets, stuff like that. I just promote eating whole food plants. But what's wrong with not being overweight? And what's wrong with, like, well, why is it wrong to bring up vegan bodybuilders? Why is that wrong? I was just hanging out with my friend Straight Veg today at the gym, and we're doing some massive leg, what's that called? Leg presses. I mean, so what's wrong with being lean? He's not lean. He's probably bigger than you are, our good anti-vegan friend here. What's your name again? Tony, or what it is? So I don't understand what your point is. Vegans are too skinny. Yeah, we eat a healthy diet. And if you want to be freaking huge, yeah, are you stronger than Patrick Baboumian? I don't think so. Are you stronger than Kendrick Ferris, the only American to qualify for the Rio Olympics? None of the meat eaters were able to. So answer me that, bro. Um, hey, Vegan Brain, what is up? I don't know how much our anti-vegan friend weighs. What's his name again? Tony. How much? I just told you I weigh about somewhere between 193, 194, something like that. How much do you weigh, Tony? Just curious. Yeah, is our friend Tony here stronger than Nimai Delgado, who lives just like a mile from me here too? I see him around town. You know, they don't like to discuss those guys. Tony looks small from his picture. It's hard to estimate someone's size from a thumbnail. We'll give them that there, Matt. Um, just look at the vegan doctor you guys pay so much. See, its arms of a 7-year-old. Well, does it ever occur to you? Not every person in the world is trying to get larger. Not every person in the world is trying to work on their mass, their size. Do you understand that, Tony? Do you get that? A lot of people are do different sports. Go to the Olympics. Have you ever been to Olympics opening ceremony and seen the various athletes there? The runners, the cyclists, who are not vegan, by the way, Tony, they are very freaking skinnier, way skinnier than I've ever been. And they're meat eaters. They're not vegan. Go look at the bodybuilders, the Olympic weightlifters. They're huge. They're big. And people in between, like say basketball players, soccer players, tennis players. So why are you trying to what does it have to do with anything? What does muscle size have to do with anything? Let's pick on, say, Chris Froome, the winner of the well, he didn't win last year's Tour de France, but just look at Chris Froome, skinny as F. So is he a vegan? No. What does that have to do with anything, Tony? That's just like the silliest thing. What does arm size have to do with anything? What does that have to do with anything, Tony? So let's see if Tony can answer that one. What does arm size have to do with anything? It's a reflection of how you train. It's a reflection of how much you eat, and it's also a reflection of genetics. Those are the factors that contribute to arm size. So if you're talking about Dr. Greger, he doesn't lift. He walks on a treadmill. That's his form of exercise. Why? Because he doesn't give an F about weightlifting. Neither does Chris Froome. Doesn't make them bad people, just their lifestyle preferences. You guys are funny in the comments. Um, Yeah, here's a good one here. Ryan Snyder. Garth Davis is not skinny at all. And someone's asking if I ever read Proteinaholic. Yeah, I got it right here, guys. Dr. Garth Davis book, Proteinaholic. And how come you guys don't like to bring up how come these anti-vegans will bring up like Dr. Greger, but they don't bring up Nimai Delgado. And they don't bring up guys on Instagram that I follow too, like Dominic Thompson. Have you seen Domzy Thompson? His biceps are huge. They're like bigger than this freaking book. And not only is he huge, I mean, he's huge. He's freaking huge. The guy also competes in triathlon. So he'll run 5 miles a day and has this giant muscle mass. How does he do that? He's vegan. I'll tell you how he does it. Look at Badass Vegan. I mean, these are guys, that are you probably don't know because they're not big on YouTube, but they're huge. But I never see these anti-vegans bring these guys up. But it doesn't really matter. Yeah, Brian Turner. Come if you want to see a strong ass vegan, come to Vegfest LA. The link is in the show notes down here. And Brian Turner is going to be at the social media tent, which Angie of Happy Healthy Vegan here fully organized herself. And Brian Turner will be there with his weightlifting partner and girlfriend, Sammy Grimm, at 2 p.m., 2 to 3 p.m. at the social media tent, which we'll be at all day, holding it down with vegan black metal chefs. So you want to come and see a very large vegan, probably much larger than our friend Tony could ever hope to be. And I say that really sincerely. Most people will never be as strong and big as Brian Turner, no matter what your diet is, because he works freaking hard at it. And that's how you get big. Dr. Greger, yeah, probably hasn't done a bicep curl his whole life. Brian Turner probably does bicep curls like 6 times a week. So come. Yeah, Hinch herbivore. There you go. It's funny how people don't like pick on him. They just pick on Dr. Greger. It's completely silly. All right, what else is going on? Yeah, vegan gains. Just good old Richard there. I don't see too many anti-vegans who criticize vegans for being too tiny having biceps bigger than Richard's. Oh, and Clarence Kennedy. How come never the anti-vegans pick on Clarence Kennedy? I've never seen an anti-vegan squat or deadlift with Clarence can out in Ireland. So it's funny how they're very selective. They'll pick on the weakest, tiniest dude, Dr. Greger, and say that's what represents vegans. How come you guys don't look at Clarence Kennedy and say that represents vegans? Or Kyrie Irving on the Boston Celtics represents vegans? Or Serena Williams represents veganism? Or Okafor on the Pelicans represents vegan. How come you pick Dr. Greger as your representative of what a vegan's body is? It's so selective. I mean, I could just say, oh, all you anti-vegans are skinny. Look at Chris Kresser. You know, he looks totally undernourished. I'm not saying that he's a bad person. I'm just going, I could pick on him, but I don't because I'm fair and objective. Oh, cool. Thanks for letting me know, Wesley. The Raptors are up in the third. Cool. I guess it's probably on TNT or something like that. Yeah, John Venus. There you go. It's another example. There's just countless examples. There's like for every skinny vegan person can name, I can name you 10 giant swole vegans if that's what you're interested in. But you know, us vegans know that's not the measure of health, how swole you are. Hey, even little Ted Carr has muscles now, huh? He was a tiny fruitarian dude. Tony, why don't you just copy and paste it, bro? You know, I have over 100 people here. I can't see every comment. So I responded to every one of your points and showed you how silly they are. I saw your last comment about Dr. Greger. He's not the representative of vegan bodies. He has never claimed to. He doesn't go to the gym. So why are you picking on him for? It's silly. He's just has a small body, and that's the result of his lifestyle choices. You know, I can go show you my next door neighbor here who's skinnier and smaller than Dr. Greger and is not vegan. And why is that person smaller? Because of his lifestyle choices. Chris Hemsworth, Thor is vegan? I thought I read that before and just kind of forgot about that. Yeah, no one really points at him as like someone looks like he's about to pass out or anything like that. Actors on the Game of Thrones are vegans? Well, I have not heard that before. Cool. Thanks for passing that info on. He isn't vegan. Okay. And so I don't know. I thought I saw that once before. I'm not sure. Um, well, Andrea, female, mainly vegan, still transitioning, holds your 300-pound father up 3 steps the other day in his wheelchair. Wow, that's sounds pretty hardcore. 300-pound father up 3 steps on his wheelchair. Yeah, that's definitely a feat of strength there. Yeah, John Sally, former NBA star. We see him at all these vegan events. He'll probably be at Vegfest LA. Link, check the link in the show notes about what we're going to be doing there. Yeah, John Sally, well-known vegan activist. How fun can a plant-based diet? How can I eat a fun plant-based diet without salt or sugar? Then I'll say don't totally avoid them. I mean, especially when you go out to restaurants, you know, I'm sure they're gonna have some salt and stuff in there. So I wouldn't worry about that. I just try to not use that stuff around the house. I don't really buy salt or sugar. Would I get a vasectomy? No, not really, because you know we're really not going to have children anyway. So I don't think I want to put my body through an unnecessary procedure. Okay, you're saying that these lifters gain their muscle while they were eating meat. No, Nemai. No, no, you don't understand. Nehemiah has never eaten a piece of meat in his life. And all these people that you're mentioning here, yeah, they may like Brian wasn't always vegan, but if you talk to him, he's gotten bigger since he was vegan. If you talk to Vegan Gains, he has gotten bigger since he's gotten vegan. You know, so you can say, yeah, just you can't hold it against him that these people weren't 100% vegan their entire lives. You know, it's hard to find someone like that. You know, we don't have a culture like that. But the fact of the matter is they have gotten bigger since they've gotten vegan. And if you look up what's his name? God, is a three. Is his name? Nick Carter. Is that the 300-pound vegan, the former NFL defensive lineman? He was stuck at 290 pounds for most of his football career. After going vegan, he finally gained that extra 10 pounds to become the 300-pound vegan. So again, it's just nonsense to say, oh, they built their muscle. Yeah, they built some as meat eaters. And when they went vegan, they built even more. So Tony, that argument sucks. That argument sucks. And what's wrong with being skinny, Verilis? What is wrong with that? I said we have like plenty of people, plenty of athletes who need to be skinny for their respective sports. If a Tour de France cyclist, looked like inch herbivore, they would never make it. If they looked like Brian Turner, they would never make it. If elite runners look like lifters, they would never make it. So what is wrong with being lean? I'm not saying that's what I'm advocating, but some sports require it, and some people prefer to be lean. Why does everyone? Yeah, they got bigger, dude. You're full of it, Tony. And then what's your obsession with being swole? What is wrong with being lean, especially if that is your sport? A sport that is, like let's say cycling, running, tennis, you don't want to be too big either. The sports that I played, surfing, you don't want to look like inch herbivore. They lost a lot of muscle, dude. Those pictures are there to judge for yourself. Well, I've talked to them and they say otherwise. And, again, what's your whole obsession with being big and swole? What's up with that, bro? What's wrong with being lean? Hey, Fabla Ellis, thank you for the super chat tip there for the banana phone. Thank you. I will use it most likely tomorrow. Yeah, if you look at a lot of the ladies in the chat here, they actually prefer a leaner man. Not everyone wants a big, muscular dude. Some do. I'm just saying. Yeah, I wonder if Tony has put his blood tests up online multiple times like I have. You don't see too many of the anti-vegans doing that. There you go, Amber Williams. Lean equals fast, particularly for endurance kind of fast too. Cal raises a good point. Anyone who's ever tried to build muscle knows you can lose it as quickly as you gained it. So if a vegan diet was deficient, these big guys would lose mass, which is the opposite of what happened. At worst, they maintained. And for all these guys I know personally, they have gotten larger. I was just hanging out with my friend Straight Veg today. And again, he's going to be with us at the social media tent next Sunday at Vegfest. You will be able to meet him in the social media tent from 3 to 4. And the guy, he used to compete in bodybuilding. The guy's huge. And he's built it all 100% as a vegan. He's just one of many people I met who've just gotten huge as vegans. Again, why is it so important? It's funny how these anti-vegans complain about like muscles and stuff like that. What's your obsession with being big or something like that, Tony? And see. Yeah, see, Tulips doesn't like swole bros as a rule here. There we go. Okay, I've not heard of this person here. Thanks for this. Whole food plant-based kiwi. Jahina Malik, bodybuilder, vegan since birth. Okay, how do we explain that? A bodybuilder, vegan since birth. That's cool. Hey, Leah, how you doing there? Yeah, you got that right. Produce not pills. Yeah, numbers and blood markers and stuff like that don't matter. Oh, Manaldi one. Can I speak about the recent sanctuary visit you saw on Instagram? Yeah, thanks for following us on our Instagram. If you're not already, follow Happy Healthy Vegan on IG. Angie makes posts there pretty much every day, so you can really see what we're doing on a daily basis. Good thing you asked about this. Yeah, we went to Sail Ranch Sanctuary last Monday in Temecula, and Angie just finished editing it like late last night, and I just saw her edit today. It looks really good. So that's going to be our next video, Minaldi. So check for that. It'll probably come out Monday. We could put it out tomorrow, but I think we'll just like the Sail Ranch Sanctuary people to watch it first, approve of it, make sure that everything's cool, that we didn't get anything wrong. Tony, what is response to Spheric saying I'm degenerating? Well, why don't you ask me what degenerating means? Tell me what you guys mean. That me? Am I personally degenerating, or all vegans degenerate. And when you say that, what criteria are you anti-vegans referring to? Are you talking about like malnourishment? You know, like I'm falling apart. Again, I've put my blood tests up here every year for you guys to see. There's no degenerating there. I'm actually more heavy now than any time that we've had our vegan channel on purpose because I've been training differently. I've not been running as much. I've not been cycling as much. I've been training in the gym for basketball athleticism for my slam dunking, which I wasn't able to do last year or the year before that, or 10 years ago or 15 years ago when I wasn't vegan. So definitely not degenerating. If you see a 51-year-old man slam dunk, that's like the hallmark of athleticism in my book. That is not degenerating. So I'm not sure what Tony is talking about here. Um, And by the way, I'm slowly putting together a slam dunk journey video with, I'm gonna get some nicely filmed stuff. I just have some crappy stuff right now, some crappy photos, but I'm gonna try to put together a nice video about my journey. So that'll be out in a few more months, I think. I want to get some more dunking footage at different gyms and outdoor locations, make it really cool. Eden, no, I'm just intrigued at this whole degenerating thing. I don't even know what it means, you know? What does that even mean, Eden? Any guess what it means when people say, degenerating? You missed Tony already? Okay, let's give John's Conscious Life a shout out. Go to his YouTube channel right now, John's Conscious Life. John spelled Jon, because he needs about 30 subscribers to get to 1,000 subscribers so he can start to live stream again. So please, John's Conscious Life. We see him here all the time. He's a cool dude. Tony, I'm slowly dying. Let me give you a little tip here, Tony Whitlow. We're all slowly dying, bro. As soon as you're born, you begin this process of slowly dying. Some people rapidly dying, bro. If you have anything over and above how I'm especially slowly dying in a very special way, we'll all like to hear that. How if vegans are slowly dying in a way that non-vegans are not slowly dying. But yeah, we're all slowly dying. That's the life, the state of life, the condition of life. I'm slowly dying. That's awesome. Um, um, could I talk about Cosmic Skeptic going vegan? No. Who is Cosmic Skeptic? I'm not even sure. You guys can tell me about that. I don't know anything about that. Oh, thanks, Vegan Marshall. Wow, a lot of comments just got thrown out right there. Cool. I saw some people talking about our music, Love Spirals Downwards. And yeah, if you guys don't know, Angie and I have been a band the whole time, Love Spirals. In fact, any of you guys know who Love Spirals Downwards is, that's my old band from the 90s. This album that Angie and I just spent the past 5 years finishing up, Life Goes On, is a gift, I guess, if you will, to the old Love Spirals Downwards fans. And not a gift like I'm giving it out for free, but a gift I went back to that same style of music, using the same guitars and everything, just trying to make an album that I wished I could have made back when I was in Love Spirals Downwards in the 90s, but my gear and other gear were my guitars and effect processor were not up to par. So if you're a fan of that old sound, get it right here. Love Spirals Downwards. I'm sorry, Love Spirals. Life Goes On. I think it's the best album I've ever made, and of the 10 albums I've made in my life. And you can get that on lovespirals.bandcamp.com. You can listen to it on Spotify, Apple Music, and you can buy it on Amazon. You can buy it on happyhealthyvegan.org as well. So check it out. Yeah, if you want the CDs, we got that. If you're into streaming, or if you want digital downloads, you can get those off Bandcamp. Lovespirals.bandcamp.com. I should have all these URLs pasted and ready to go. My bad. I'm gonna make a little notes for the future. But yeah, you can get it any way you want. So what else we going on here? I saw Race Lever deleted Tony's message. I can't even remember. I can't even imagine what he did. But thank you, Race Lever, for help keeping this clean here. Check out Mike Rashid, a vegan bodybuilder. Cool. Always cool to check new ones out. That's a good idea there. Neuron John, if I got it right there. I'll think about that. Could the might be kind of tricky to organize and produce, but that's interesting. Get people put their stories together. No, Minaldi, I didn't go to any Lollapalooza concerts in the '90s. I didn't really like those kinds of bands in the '90s. I was more into like, smaller independent bands, like say like, Cocteau Twins, 4AD label. That's what this stuff's all about. Like Slow Dive, Mojave 3, stuff like that. No Graven Babies. No, Angie and I have not checked that out yet. We've been going through BTS's catalog, so we haven't had time for anyone else really. Um, a link to John's channel. That would be cool, Fabula. Maybe Race Lever could do that for me. That'd be too many button clicks for me to get away from here. But if Race Lever could put a link to John's channel so we can get him up to 1,000 subscribers. John's Conscious Life. Check that out. Um, no, Vegan Brain. I don't listen to those guys' channels or anything like that. We're focused on what we're doing, and so yeah, I don't really want to devote energy to those fellows. Eden asks, it's my old band. Love spirals downward. It's supposed to mean LSD. No, that was a really commonly asked question we got in interviews back then. I was very aware of the acronym, Love Spirals Downwards, acronymed into LSD. At first, we were thinking Love Spirals Upwards, but that would be LSU. Like here, that would mean like Louisiana State University. I didn't want that, so I thought LSD was cooler than LSU. Ronaldo, yeah, Angie and I are married, and yeah, we celebrate our anniversaries all the time. We usually film them too for you guys and put it up as a vlog. John's Conscious Life. It's spelled JON''S. There you go, Race Lever. Race Lever just put the link in the show notes. So thanks so much, Big Zipper. Appreciate it so much. Okay, a vegan demon. He's going to speak for Tony. You're going to paraphrase him here. So what's our friend saying there? Without milk and dairy, bones. Without milk and dairy, bones will decalcify and I will break. Huh, really interesting today. I was just at the gym doing some dunk practicing, and I'm landing just fine. No bones are breaking. And I'm 51. And I was working out with a guy there who was, I think, 45. And he's trying to dunk too. And he's about a little shorter than me. But you should watch that guy land. He's all crickety and fragile. And you could see it on his face. He's not feeling it. He's not feeling the love of dunking. When you land, it's a long way down. He's not dunking yet either, by the way. He doesn't have the hop. And when he comes down, it's really hard on his body. So I'm not saying that's scientific study right there, but I'm just saying my vegan body is absorbing at age 51 the harsh pounding of jumping high in the air and coming back down over and over again. So nothing's breaking yet. And I'll say I've been really blessed as an athlete, not having any broken bones or any horrible things like that. I've really not had to sit out ever in my life more than like a month. About 18 years ago when I got a pretty severe ankle sprain, but it's healed and things are cool. So I'm not sure what people are talking about. It's got to be bad for your joints. Well, yeah, you don't want to like jump forever. As I'm saying, I'll just do like maybe a dozen really good jumps. And only I just did a few because I already did my jumping practice earlier in the week. But yeah, you don't want to overdo it, no matter what your age or anything like that. I'm saying my body is handling like the shock, the absorption of my jumps fine. I feel great right now. This is like 4 or 5 hours ago, and I feel fine. Um, Do I know how to lose weight fast on a vegan diet? Same thing with any diet. Nothing special about vegan diets. If you want to lose weight fast, which is not healthy, and we don't promote or recommend that, yeah, you just don't eat much food. That's really simple as that. But that's not what veganism is about, and that's not what our channel is about. Anyway, we're all about eating healthy, quantities of food. Um, Let's see. John's Conscious Life. Where's he at? 975 now. So we got him 5 closer, it sounds like. Cool. Andy says 3 years vegan and is doing 225 pounds, I assume. I'm seated military press for reps, and you never did that when you weren't vegan. But our friend Tony will say, well, you built your foundation muscles as a non-vegan. So these muscles that you gain now don't count. I think that would be his bizarre counter argument, that you built muscle when you weren't vegan. I mean, yeah, a lot of us did. We weren't born vegan. I mean, how can you get around that? Vegan Marshall, am I going to start running long distance again? I have no idea what I'm going to do once I'm done with this whole dunking project I've been working on. I just might keep going further and see how far I can take it. If I can jump higher and do more impressive dunks and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure what's in the future for running. Right now I don't see myself doing my weekly 10-mile runs I used to do all the time. So now when I go for a run, 3 miles feels pretty good for me. You know, I don't want to be overly fatigued from the run, so I can do my workouts at the gym, which are like the primary workouts right now. Monolodi, have I seen the redwoods? Yeah, up in Northern California. Yeah, they're beautiful, huh? Is Indian food vegan, Valis? Well, it depends. It depends on how it's made. Often they'll put ghee or meat in it. So you want to ask. There are vegan Indian restaurants, and there are ways to prepare vegan Indian food. I don't have our copy of Keep It Car Baby right now, but we have at least, I think, two recipes in there: the mushroom dal and the khichdi, both vegan. So yeah, vegan. There's no kind of ethnic food that can't be made vegan, but you got to watch out if you go to a restaurant, even a vegetarian Indian restaurant, because they are typically, they're putting ghee in it. Do I drink kombucha? Nah, not into it. All right, here's our friend Tony back. Veganism equals degeneration. Thanks for putting him in timeout, but I still don't understand how veganism is degeneration. If I were degenerating, Tony, how come I can slam dunk now at 51, and I wasn't doing that, when I was in my mid 30s as a non-vegan? Can you explain that? How can you explain that right now at age 51? I'm actually stronger and have more muscle in my body than I did at any point in my life, non-vegan included. So how is that degenerating? How is it that my blood tests are fine? I put them up every year and they're fine. I'm not deficient, not degenerating. So it's really funny how people will just say something, no matter how untrue it is. It's like if they repeat it a sufficient amount of times, it somehow gains some truth to it. And it doesn't work like that, Tony. Ernie, I'm just giving you a little philosophy lesson here. You can't repeat a mistruth, a lie, an incorrect fact, and make it true. It doesn't work that way. um, Now I don't respond to those guys. I don't care. YJ, I'm not gonna bother like that. I'd rather make something. I think other guys, hasn't Vegan Gains and others made enough response videos about that dude. Um, Thanks, Vegan Demon. Thanks. We don't have an instant pot, Minaldi, but we have something like that. It's we should just get an instant pot. I should get in touch with them. See if they'll send us one, because when we have a manufacturer send us to check it out, and yeah, we're cool with it. But yeah, it's kind of getting old and broken. I could use a new one. So instant pot is the one everyone has. So it'd be cool. We just make some recipes and say, hey, if you have an instant pot, here's how it works. So here's how Mark says veganism is not equal to degeneration. Mark Brown says veganism equals lower rates, lower risks of cancer and heart disease. So that's definitely not degeneration, because if you die, like say of heart disease, you're done. That's complete degeneration. So if you can avoid the leading causes of death, that's pretty good as far as non-degeneration goes. Ryan's in his 30s. Nope, I'm 51, guys. Matt the W, it's a great question. What do I say to omnivorous friends who think all vegans are radical / extreme when the topic is brought up? I mean, look at me here. There's nothing radical. Are you radical when you talk about how you don't eat animals? Maybe you are, maybe you're not. But I mean, you can't say that about all. It's like saying all meat eaters are fill in the blank. It doesn't work that way. There's no one thing that unifies all vegans together other than we're vegan. Um, Yeah, I saw that soap on a slope. I know, what a weird world we live in, huh? Um, well, that's an interesting point, Ryan Snyder. This live stream has 51 likes and I'm 51. Interesting, huh? Is that some kind of vegan New World Order Illuminati thing there going on? Eden, great question. Do I use fluoride toothpaste? I avoid fluoride toothpaste, so I buy non-fluoridated toothpaste. That's my preference. I'm not going to go off any big reason as to why, but yeah, I just prefer not to get fluoride shoved in my mouth at all times. Um, Sabina, I heard about the just egg thing. I saw Vegan Zombie did a video about it. I haven't had a chance to watch it yet. I just saw the thumbnail and title. And go, whoa, what's going on there? um, oh, thanks, Vegan Demon. Thank you. So that's why I don't like to make too many videos about negativity and anti-vegans. I want to just give useful information that helps people out. And responding to friends like our friend Tony here really doesn't help too many people out. As entertaining and amusing as their nonsense may be, degeneration, it's really not that helpful for most of you guys, even though you might get a little entertainment kick out of it. Oh, thanks, Vegan Brain. Thanks, Race Lover. Cool. So what happened, Molson? They just admitted it was a mistake, and we'll do better next time to inform people. And I'm surprised that they would have non-vegan stuff because Josh Tetrick, the CEO, is vegan. Last time I checked. Matt, have I done a video on the video recording equipment and software I use? No, it's pretty boring. It's really nothing too exciting here. Are you talking? Yeah, for video recording, I edit in Final Cut Pro. Why? Just because I've been using Final Cut Pro 10. It's pretty much like the day it came out. When everyone hated it, I just got it and learned to edit video on it. And I've just been using it ever since. Plus, I don't have to pay like $50 to Adobe every month if I were to use Premiere or something like that. Favorite fruit right now, huh? It's kind of a weird time for fruit, guys, because it's spring, coming out of winter here. So there's not a lot of good fruits to choose from. That's going to all start changing in a month or so. But yeah, I'm not really feeling the fruit love right now. Like the best ones I can get right now at my farmer's market are Albion strawberries, which come and go. But yeah, that's probably it right now. But I'm really waiting for cherry season, as most of you guys might know. No, I'm not going to play anything right now on guitar. I'm just not feeling it right now. Final Cut doesn't work on Mojave for you, huh? It's supposed to work on all of the latest operating systems gone with Kel. That's really bizarre. Oh, here's how we're degenerated. Let's check it out. Brain fog. I don't have that, Tony. Brittle bones. As I told you, if I'm jumping as high as I'm at the basketball court, you want to come and play, Tony. Where do you live at? You want to come play some basketball with me, and we can see how degenerated I am. So, Tony, you can come see my brittle bones and anorexia. I'm 193 pounds. I've never seen a 193 pound anorexic brittle bone. So, Tony, where does Tony live? And we can set him up here. We'll play a game of one-on-one and see how this 51-year-old Trounce is probably a guy I'm assuming is probably half my age. Yeah, cherries and peaches are upcoming tulips for sure. Those are amongst our favorites. Cherry supreme, yeah, number one, and peaches are definitely in our top 5 things we're looking forward to. Verilus asks, why do anti-vegans deny reality? Yeah, why does Tony deny that I'm 51 and can slam dunk? Tony, can you slam dunk, Tony? We'll wait for Tony to show if he can slam dunk, and I haven't broken any bones doing it or anything like this. Hey, Darlene, how's it going? And Tony, and also let us know where you live, bro, and maybe we can film a game of basketball, some one-on-one. Angie, actually, I hear her right now out there. She's bathing. I hear the water running. Yeah, right there you go, Healing World. In Tony's world, all his vegans would be in wheelchairs and in hospitals. YJ, how tall am I? For me, I'm with my shoes on, I'm 6'5", but barefoot, I'm a little shorter than that. Well, I'm just telling you, Tony, if I were degenerating and weak, you wouldn't see me slam dunking, bro. I'm just telling you like this. And if you got to admit, slam dunking is a display of athleticism. I'm not saying it's the pinnacle of it, or I'm not making any bold claim like that. It's just a display. If you can do that, you're doing something right. So, Tony, Can you? Can you do that? And I'm sure you're half my age. You have all the benefits of youth. You have hops in your legs because you're so much younger than me, I assume. Can you do that? And I'm sure you're going to say no and come up with some dumb excuse like it doesn't prove anything. I'm not saying it proves anything. I said it proves I'm fit and athletic and have non-brittle bones. I haven't broken them yet. So anyway, I'm glad you guys are as amused with our friend Tony as I am. See, I'm not treating him poorly. I'm just amused by his just like his nonsense, his constant stream of denying reality. Oh, here we got a challenge here, Tony. Hunter, where do you live, Hunter? And maybe Tony will be brave and tell us where he lives, because Hunter Toby here, assume vegan, right, Hunter? You invited Tony, said, Tony, you want to live with me, bro. So, Tony, where do you live? Hunter, where do you live? And Hunter, just verify that you're vegan. And that'd be cool if you guys can hook up. And if Tony lives around me, we can film some one-on-one basketball. Tulips raises a good point. I don't want to get too braggerly here. Is that a word, braggerly? But yeah, how many people are playing basketball in their 50s? You know, you don't see, I can tell you personally, I see some in their 40s. I rarely see people in their 50s out in the courts, you know, and especially doing what I can do. I'm not saying I'm awesome. I'm the greatest thing since sliced bread. I'm just saying, I'm just stating an objective fact. I said, Hunter, all right, cool. Grand Rapids, Michigan, vegan for 4 years. So let's see if Tony will lift with you. Okay, Tony, at least you will admit dunking at 51 is impressive. So you'll admit that I'm not degenerating, right, Tony? Will you admit I'm not degenerating? I couldn't do this before I went vegan. So something is working, obviously. And do you want to lift with Hunter Toby in Michigan? Or do you want to come play basketball with me here in California? Either way, you have two vegans calling you out and welcoming you to a friendly challenge or get together, Tony. So let us know. Oh, Annie, I see. Oh, maybe we can have a little hookup here. Annie and Toby can live together in Michigan. So maybe we get a little match going on here. Matchmaking, I should say, not a lifting match. Okay, and Matt Bond also issues a challenge for Tony. We still don't know where Tony's from. Notice how Tony is not revealing his geographic location, while all you other vegans who are brittle and degenerating are revealing your locations. It's all propaganda. Oh well, Tony, you got to tell us where you're at, man. No one, you know. This is funny. Also, let me just say, if you're joining us late, look in the show description. I actually made show notes for this live stream. Vegfest LA is happening next Sunday. That's May 5th, Cinco de Mayo in Woodley Park in Los Angeles. And Angie organized the social media tent all by herself. And me and Angie, along with Vegan Black Metal Shift, will be holding that tent down all day. You can come meet us and take selfies and talk to us, all that. And we're going to bring our books, new pressing of Keep a Car Baby. Angie will sign it. And throughout the day, we're going to have various friends and guests come and hold down the tent with us, such as those annoying vegans, Sonia Elsie, Straight Veg, Brian Turner, and Sammy Grimm, who are swole, probably swoller than our friend Tony here. So come check that out. And also, Angie and I will be on, I want to get the name right. It's really cool. The Social Media Stars panel at 4 p.m. hosted by Mike the Vegan. Yes, Mike's going to come out. And also we're going to be there with Cami, you guys know Cami, Supreme Banana, Apples and Amanda's, and Nikki Vegan from the Vegan View. So coming out next Sunday, guys. And Tony, you're welcome to come out too if you're in LA and come up and say hi. Say, hey, I was that guy talking about degeneration and stuff on the live stream. That'd be cool. I'll take a pic and put it up for everyone. So come if you're around Gone with the Kale, Los Angeles, Woodley Park. It's not really Los Angeles. It's like Encino or Van Nuys, something like that. Let's see, Gordiano, can you talk about vegan men and low testosterone levels? Yeah, I'll talk to you a lot about vegan men and low testosterone levels. I'm age 51. I got my blood tested in December, just like, what was that, 4 or 5 months ago? First time I got my testosterone tested. And if I remember correctly, it was 744, which gives me the testosterone of like a 28-year-old man, like, in testosterone producing prime. This is what Joe Rogan does to, his testosterone replacement therapy. He tries to have levels of a 30-year-old man in his prime. And that's what I have naturally as a vegan. And I was wondering, am I like a freak? Is this weird? Well, I did a review of it, and it turns out, and watch my video, look up Happy Healthy Vegan Testosterone blood test, and you'll see that there's research showing that high protein diets, I'm not sure how high it has to be, but after a certain level, it suppresses T production. So check it out, guys. That's the answer there, Gordiano. Yeah, 51-year-old dude here has the T levels of a person in his late 20s in his T prime. YJ, and my deodorant, yeah, I use deodorants that don't come from like, Procter and Gamble and mainstream companies like that. Yeah, I'm not putting lead and junk into my arm to get absorbed into my bloodstream. No, I'm using healthy stuff, and I use different ones. I'm not going to give anyone a plug, but yeah, these companies, these smaller vegan companies, send us ones to check out, and they're cool. Men on all grass-fed diet have no problems with T levels or libido. Well, Tony, who are these vegans that have T problems? Again, mine are at age 51 or at those like a 28-year-old. The only other meat eater I know that put his T levels up, I'm not going to mention his name, but his were like of a 90-year-old woman. So that's not too encouraging. And I know other vegans to put their T levels up, and I've never seen a vegan male put his T levels up and have like shockingly low levels like that. So Tony, how do you explain what's going on with me? How come I have the T levels that Joe Rogan wishes? He has to take drugs, he has to take testosterone supplements to get to where I'm at naturally as a degenerating vegan. Can Tony explain that? Anyway, let's get back to other questions here. Verilis, I don't know how to answer that about how it works in females. Don't know. Thoughts create reality. Why am I giving this time today? Because these questions are so anti-reality. That's why thoughts create reality. They're so anti-reality. I am amused. I am sincerely amused by our friend Tony here. Do we ever do live streams on Love Spirals? Freddie, yeah, we should do some live streams on Love Spirals. In fact, we've been talking about and planning it. Just, time is an enemy, especially when we put so much time into Happy Healthy Vegan. And Tulip shows is referring to what I showed in my video about T levels, is that studies have showed vegans actually have higher total testosterone levels than non-vegans do. So chew on that, Tony. Yeah, and he has it. Ryan is educating the public by entertaining our friend here. Mary, what else you guys acting here? Minaldi, do I have any tattoos? No, I'm going to keep it that way too. If I got to age 51 and haven't got a tattoo yet, I'm going to just stay tattoo free. Not that I don't like tattoos, but I'm going to just keep it that way. Have I ever seen Infinite Waters? Yeah, actually, we met him at Vegfest LA like 3 years ago, but I haven't ran into him since. I haven't really watched him at all in years either. But yeah, as soon as we met him, watched a few of his shows, thought he was an interesting personality. I can see why he's popular for sure. Why is Joe Rogan so bloated at every UFC weigh-in? I know nothing about that. I don't watch what our friend Joe Rogan does. Why doesn't Joe Rogan become a vegan? Who knows, huh? Why am I vegan? Good question there. I mean, I actually watched the video that Angie and I made about 2 months ago, why we're still vegan, because we outline it in great detail there, both of us. And it really comes down to the fact that, I decided that I wanted to make a difference in the world and not have to kill animals in order to live. And that's what happens when you're vegan. You're choosing, hey, we're not going to support these industries that like slit the throats of animals. And before that happens, they're raised in the most just shockingly horrible conditions. So why support that when you don't have to? You can eat plants, and it's, it's healthy as F, as it turned out. I didn't know that when I went vegan. I knew it was healthy. I didn't know how healthy it was. I did not know about all the mountain of science showing the healthful benefits of a plant-based diet. I don't know, Gone with the Kill. Why are non-vegans so upset at people who love animals and don't support these industries that that torture and kill animals. I don't know why. I think it's somehow deep inside they know it's not right, and probably they feel guilty. Any tips for the only vegan family? Only vegan in the family. Depends how old are you? New, not 77. You don't mind sharing that because my answer will be different depending on how old you are in the family. Are you the parent? Are you the child? Or what's going on? Let's see. YJ, you have another question here? No worries. What leg workouts can you do to increase your vertical jump? You're 25, 6'3" without shoes, and can't dunk. What can you do? I'm more okay. Let's take a second here to help YJ because you're hitting something that's really close and dear to me. Something I've been training a lot, and I can give you a few pieces of advice. It comes down to two things. I think that's what I've noticed for me. Maybe it's different for other people at different ages. Like you're a lot younger. Technique and added strength. You don't have to like get crazy added strength. There's some of the best dunkers out there I watch on YouTube are way less strong looking than I am, even though they do work out. I see them doing squats and jump squats and stuff like that. But technique, make sure you have good technique. Watch videos, study like 1-footed dunking or 2-footed dunking, depending on what's more natural for you. You got to get the technique down. I'd say technique's about like probably half of it. The other half is increasing strength. I've been focusing on squats, deadlifts, and calf raises. But then I do upper body strength too, because it's a holistic activity. You're flinging your body upward, your core's got to be strong, your upper body's propelling upward. But yeah, technique and yeah, squat, deadlift, and calf raises help me out a lot. But there's other ways to do it. I see people doing different workouts. I see people doing like jump squats where they squat down and like jump up with it afterwards too. And plyometrics. I do a little bit of plyometrics too weekly. Also, another good thing to work on is hill sprints because that's like doing a leg workout, but instead of pushing weights in a non-natural way, you're actually running. So you're kind of like doing the physical movement that you're doing when you dunk. So you have to run up and take off. So hill sprints in like 10 seconds, do like 6 repeats at pretty much full effort. Try to warm up. Don't get hurt or anything like that. But yeah, I've been trying to do those about twice a month too. I always notice a nice pop in my step, a little pop in the jump after hill sprints. So anyway, check those tips out and yeah, maybe I can talk to you more about it off camera or email or something like that. Because I don't know, I should make a video about it at some point. I'll probably, when I make my dunk journey video, I'll get a little bit into the training too. Um, Darlene, it is okay to occasionally eat non-organic bananas. Sometimes I can't get to Whole Foods. Yeah, here's the thing. Yeah, if you're talking about Whole Foods, I prefer their conventional whole trade banana. I think it ripens better. It just seems like a more flavorful, higher quality banana than their organic banana. So I would say not all bananas are the same. But if I were to buy a banana outside of Whole Foods, like through a major brand like Dole or Chiquita, which I hate to support, yeah, then for sure I would get organic one. But I hardly ever buy those. I just make sure I'm going to Whole Foods twice a week to get those bananas. Um, Joe Rogan, as far as I know now, is not on steroids. The only thing I've heard him admit to is testosterone replacement therapy, TRT, to get the T levels of a 30-year-old. He claims he's not trying to get like superhuman levels, just try to get what he had when he was 30, which I tell you what is happening naturally for me as a whole food plant-based vegan. Let's see. I thought I saw a question. Did I play basketball in high school or college or anything like that? No, I was a rebel in high school. I was into like skateboarding and surfing. Even though I did play with friends, I just didn't play like, on the team or anything like that. Plus, those guys were better than me because they practiced so much more than I did. I was busy surfing and skateboarding. I like to play any of those guys on my high school team now, except for one, Scott Williams, who went to high school with me. He was a year younger. He ended up becoming a professional, played on the Chicago Bulls in the late 80s. Or was it the early 90s? It was. No, it would have been the early 90s because we graduated in 85. Played with Michael Jordan. I don't know if I'd make a great basketball coach, Vegan Demon. I mean, I know I never tried. I never tried to coach really. Yeah, I've kind of missed our friend Tony. I haven't seen him in a while. Yeah, he played with Jordan. Yeah, he was Scott was undrafted. He went to University of North Carolina, which got on Jordan's radar because that's where he went. But Scott went undrafted, but got picked up by the Bulls and thought he won a championship or two with them too. So I don't know if I want to play him, but who knows? Maybe he doesn't play now. But he was way taller than me. He was like 6'10" or something like that. Who was my favorite skater back then? Oh, yours was Christian Hosoi. Mine was probably, I don't know if you know Neil Blender. He was my fave. He because he skated all the time at the skate parks I went to, but Christian would come by once in a while to Skate City. But Christian he was more from Santa Monica, so we'd skate out like Marina Skate Park. I was at Skate City in Whittier. That was my home court. Ever thought of cutting my hair real short? Not real short, but I've been considering like cutting it back down to like a Beatles mop kind of length again. But I don't know. We'll see. No, I'm kind of I cool with my hair being long, but maybe I'll cut it one day. Tulips, wow, thank you so much for your very, very generous super chat tip there. Much appreciated. And if you check our Twitter account, that's Happy Healthy Vegan or at Ryan Lum, and there's a shout out there waiting for you, Tulips, for your super chat tip. So thanks. You've been really cool in the chat all day, giving lots of good questions and comments. So thanks so much for showing your appreciation there. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Yeah, Matt Bond. Our Vitamix, the ball bearings came out of the bottom rotating part. So I need to contact them. I think it's still under warranty. I thought it was like a 7 or 10 year warranty. So it still should be under warranty. I've just been so busy, I haven't checked it out. So fortunately have a really strong Oster blender too that I've been using. I've been digging it just fine. Yeah, for banana smoothies, you really don't need the power of a Vitamix. Okay, here's Tony using the combine harvester. Tony, the combine harvester argument. So let's just quickly do the combine harvester argument. All the animals that are savagely killed to harvest our damn plants. Yeah, if you watch our channel, Tony, I've talked about the combine harvester argument multiple times. First of all, vegans need not eat food grown in that giant agribusiness model that uses combine harvesters. We buy most of our food from our farmers market here, and those guys do not use or couldn't even afford if they wanted to combine harvesters. So it's your problem for buying food that comes from that. Secondly, most of the food grown in that giant agribusiness model is grain, food crops like corn and soy that goes not to humans. Like I forgot, like 95% of the soy grown in America goes to feed animals. And same with corn too. So again, you're barking up the wrong tree. All these problems I just mentioned there are problems that relate to animal livestock feed. Secondly, it's studies have been shown where they've like put radio tracking collars on animals in fields and turn the combine harvesters loose. Animals aren't dumb, just like I'm sure Tony is now. I'm sure if Tony were sitting in a field and a giant loud machine were coming at him, he would run. Like, have you ever tried to walk up to an animal in a field like a rabbit or anything, a deer? They run when they see a human. Now imagine if they saw like 10 or 20 combine harvesters coming at them, they would run. So that's what the studies have shown, that animals flee the scene. They're not stupid. I don't know why people think animals are so dumb. So A, animals don't sit there and just take it. B, the food grown by these combine harvester methods goes to feed livestock. So there you go. Studies. Yeah, I guess we don't believe studies. That it's how why even call it a study, Tony? How about say some dudes? I know you like bros. Some bros put radio tracking collars or devices on animals and tracked them to see where they went. And they said, "Wow, the animals left the field." And again, that is not like crazy to think about. Have you ever tried to catch a rabbit in a field, Tony? I'm sure you haven't. I mean, you've never been able to get one because they're quick, because they're not stupid. So anyway, that's that. Yeah, they do run just like any human would. So that's the combine harvester argument. It goes to feed your animals that your people eat. And then yeah, it's not just vegans that eat plants, Meat eaters eat plants too, unless you're a carnivore or something like that. Really, as I recall on the Vitamix blade, I think ours is from like 2012. So let me know if you know when the blade. And it wasn't the blade that malfunctioned on our Vitamix. It was the ball bearings that spin underneath it that came out. Okay, what else you guys talking about here in the comments? Again, I want to mention we're going to be at Vegfest LA next Sunday, May 5th. The link is in the show notes for Vegfest's website, and I put some basic information about what we'll be doing. We'll be at the social media tent all day, and I told you Angie handpicked this panel, not panel, but this group of people to be at the social media tent with us. We got vegan black metal chef, we got Jared from Straight Veg. You may have seen him on our channel a couple times. Sonia Elsie, those annoying vegans. So, and we'll be there all day. We'll have new copies of Angie's book. She'll autograph it for you if you like. Have T-shirts. We'll bring some copies of our album too. Life Goes On Here. If you guys want that, we'll autograph that for you too. And then at 4 o'clock in the Vegspiration tent, we'll be on Mike the Vegan's panel of social media stars. Oh, you're in Montana, vegan Marshall. Oh, that's too bad. I mean, not too bad that you're in Montana, but too bad you won't be able to make it down. Yeah, Gone with the Kill. As soon as I get some time, I just don't want to take it like an hour out of my life and the not fun thing of trying to figure out how to get a new Vitamix sent to us through the warranty replacement thing. But yeah, I will do that. Will anyone be recording the event? Well, I'm sure if past years are any to take our cameras out from time to time and make a vlog of sorts. I can't promise for sure, but we usually make a vlog of what's going on. But since we're going to be at our little area, the social media tent most of the day and the Vegspiration tent for our panel, we won't be able to provide a big overview, a holistic thing of what's going on, but we'll show what's going on from our personal perspective. Any plans to visit Australia? I would love to visit Australia. It's one of my goals, but yeah, no solid plans of any kind. That's a big commitment, a big trip, you know? Oh, I see Tony made a comment. So he has compassion for animals here. Oh, wow. That's cool. Tony, the anti-vegan, is actually very vegan in that he's compassionate for all the animals that are supposedly just standing there waiting to get hit by the combine harvester. Huh. Interesting. Remember, all that food, not all that food, but the vast majority of that food grown by combine harvester methods goes to feed livestock, not humans, and let alone not vegans. It's just a small percentage trickles down to vegans. So when you call it our plants, no, it's your plants because they're the plants that feed your animals. Um, Flat earther, what kind of question is that? Oh, cool, vegan Marshall. I'm glad you're joining the live streams. I'm gonna have to go pretty soon. Have a little snack in a bit here. Yeah, that compassion healing indigo. Great point. The compassion that our friend Tony is showing um, by the supposed animals that get sucked up when his combine harvesters harvest crops for his livestock. That'd be great if Tony showed that concept, that compassion, I should say, for animals that are raised in horrific conditions their whole lives just to be shot in the head or have their throat slit. So that would be the ultimate in compassion, Tony, to carry that compassion you have for the combine harvester animals to animals that are bred specifically, not accidentally killed, but specifically to be killed. That's the huge difference there too. Combine harvester kills are accidental. Just like if a person drives down the street and runs over a bug or something like that, you know, that's an accident. Things like that happen. People drive down the street and run over a human, but you know, we're not going to ban cars because of that. Lauren Berg, what is VegFest? Good question. Go to the link in the show notes there, vegfestla.org, and you'll see. But we've made vlogs the past few years covering what we've done there. VegFest are just, you know, they're loosely knit organization of around different cities where they throw events, vegan events. They have vegan speakers, vegan panels, which we're going to be on. Like, you know, some of the speakers, like this year, I think Alicia Silverstone, the actress, is one of them. Vegan doctors, vegan athletes. I know Tony would be amazed if he came out to Veg Festival, he'll see vegan athletes, like big swole dudes. And over at our little corner here at the social media 10. He can meet Brian Turner, who I'm sure is much more swole than our friend Tony is. So yeah, and there's vegan food vendors of all kinds, whatever kind of food you want, drinks, alcoholic or not, they'll have it there for you. So it's a bunch of people hanging out, having a good time, celebrating life, and no one is going to ask you where you get your protein. I guarantee you that. Hang on one second, guys. Why are my computer fans going so loud here? Okay. Anyway, you wish you could go save Bina? That would be cool. If everyone could go, that would be cool. The food's all right. I mean, there's some are better than others. Some is like, greasy fried food, and others is like really healthy stuff. So you got to look around. Flat earther, how can we even asking the weirder questions than Kay does? Is it vegan eat animal feces? Why would you want to eat animal feces? I want to ask you, is this something you want to do? um, well, maybe Alicia's going to be in Detroit to tomorrow, but VegFest LA is a week from tomorrow, May 5th. So yeah, check the show notes. I have the link to their website there for VegFest LA. So check that out. Yeah, veganism is not the same thing as Jainism. If that's where someone's wondering about, like, not harming anything whatsoever. Okay, I'll give this one a shout out too. If you happen to be more in Ontario, Canada, rather than Los Angeles, Minaldi says there's the Hamilton Veg Fest in Ontario, Canada. That's next Saturday on May 4th. So if anyone's watching in Canada and wishes they could come to LA, well, there's one in Canada too, if you're the Ontario side of Canada. Vegfest, LMAO. Ho ho ho. Yeah, so funny, huh? Yeah, what's so funny about people hanging out and being cool? That's really all it is. We're just all hanging out and just being chill and celebrating life. That's what it is. If you can't get into that, people celebrating life, eating plants, I feel sorry for you. I don't think that's going to happen. There's security there. No, we have there's a gate to come in. It's just not going to happen. No one's going to be able to pull that off, I don't think. Um, Tulips, you went to a Veg Fest already this year. Cool. Yeah, see, they're all over the world. Wow, where's that at, Molson? Mississauga? I've never even heard of that. What is that, like Mississippi in another area or something like that? All right, thanks, Vegan Demon. Yeah, thanks for joining. I'm not going to be up here too much longer. Angie and I need to do something at the top of the hour, but oh, it's in Florida. Okay, cool. Thanks for letting me know. Never heard of Mississauga. VegFest Colorado, says Rosemary, July 27th through 28th. I feel sorry for our friend Tony now. He must be so triggered seeing that there's all these VegFests all around, always happening, just people celebrating life together. Really, I feel sorry for Tony right now. No Yoga Unity. I saw Vegan Zombies thumbnail and title, but I just have not had a chance to click it yet. And Vegan Brain, I haven't had dinner yet, unfortunately. I think we're gonna make something involving guacamole tonight, I think. So we'll see what's going on. There's some talk about that. Oh, Mississauga is in Ontario, Canada. Okay, thanks, Molson. I must have saw another chat about something else about Florida. Okay. Mississauga, Ontario, Canada, Veg Fest, May 11th. Okay, cool. Cool. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Joe Musa. Thanks for your super chat tip there. He said, bless you for what you do, my brother. Thanks. Much gratitude. And that's what Veg Fests are all about. For Tony, who's watching, we're not killing people and little kids, as Tony says. I already debunked that, Tony, so you're not allowed to bring that up again. It's just Veg Fests are just good vibes, like what Joe Musa and I are having. Just people just being chill and enjoying each other's company and our shared passion for a compassionate lifestyle. Have I studied music seriously in school or self-taught? Asked Shamanic Punk. I had lessons, guitar lessons, when I was in like fourth, fifth, and sixth. Maybe I quit around seventh grade. I don't know. Maybe I was 5 years or so. Anyway, I was doing sight reading and stuff like that. But that was pretty much it. And that was a good foundation. But yeah, most everything I've learned is kind of self-taught. But who's to say how much that I'm sure that instruction I had back then was really helpful though. It couldn't have hurt for sure. And the sight reading was cool, which I've totally forgot how to do since then. Um, Northwest Vegfest in October. No, that sounds cool though. I say we can't keep up. I can barely keep up with the California Vegfest. There's ones in California I haven't even gone to, like the one in Northern California in Santa Rosa. Ryan at 51. Can you still get pimples by eating oil? I don't know now. I've never really had much of a pimple problem since I was like in elementary school. We don't really eat much oil other than when we go to a restaurant. And when we do, I don't get pimples afterwards. So that's just my personal experience. Not sure how it works for others. Um, you eat all the guacamole and others. That's probably what we'll have tonight. Something involving guacamole because we got some ripe avocados, which I'm really excited to dig into. Let's see. I saw a shout out for Pittsburgh Veg Fest, August 10th. Right on, Pittsburgh, August 10th. Should be fun, but should be hot, huh? Have I gone to Burning Man? No, I really don't like hot weather. So going out into the desert in like September, I just don't do that. Tyler, 89, asks a reasonable question. Why are my T levels higher than vegan bodybuilders? I have no idea, Tyler. I have no idea. I mean, yeah, if you've seen my video, I believe it was 744. Is that right? It was around that 750. I thought it was 744, which puts me like at a 28-year-old's, 30-year-old's T levels. Um, I know some of that is genetic. Maybe some of that has to do with diet too. Maybe they're eating differently. Because I did show in that video I made that, from Nutrition Facts, I referred to a study that he referred to, Dr. Greger, and that wasn't his study, just one he pulled out that higher protein diets suppress T levels. He didn't say how high. I go and find that study he quoted, but it's possible maybe that the vegan bodybuilders are get more dietary protein than I do. Yeah, I probably get about maybe 50 grams a day. So I assume a lot of these vegan bodybuilders are getting much more than that. So maybe, or as Jorge Fru says, maybe I'm just a stud. Who knows? Huh? I don't know. I wish I could tell you why that is. All right, what else did I miss in that chat there? Thanks. Thanks, Yoga Unity. Yeah, I mean, basketball is probably my best sport. I think that's why I've gone back to it. I was okay at running and stuff like that, but my body is completely wrong for a runner. A sprinter, perhaps. That's a lot of work for a 51-year-old. You don't see too many of those. Even though I do sprint training, I tell you, I like to do hill sprints about every other week. But yeah, basketball is probably like, and tennis are the best sports that I play that my body is actually pretty ideal for. So I thought, instead of fighting it all the time with running and getting overheated as a 6.5 foot runner, go back to a sport, I should say, where my body type is pretty ideal. Your wife's boyfriend says eating carbs causes diabetes. Huh. That's funny how all the people I know who put their blood tests, all the vegans I know who put their blood tests up, and therefore if they're vegan, they're probably eating a lot of carbs, because plants contain more carbs than animal products do. Anyway, I've never yet seen a diabetic vegan or even a pre-diabetic vegan for that matter. So yeah, why is 6'5" bad for running? Just the bigger you are for distance running. If you're sprinting, 6'5" isn't really much of a hindrance, But if you look at elite runners, look at them. They're little people. I mean, you can still be like maybe an elite 6-foot runner, low sixes, but if you're 6'5", you're just carrying more weight than the guy next to you who's 143 pounds, and the more weight you're carrying, the easier it is. I forgot how I've read the science behind this before, but you overheat quicker. The bigger you are, the more weight you're carrying as a runner, as a distance runner, the easier it is for your body to overheat. I think it's because your body's just putting out more energy to run, to produce the energy for you to run, and trying to cool your car off is just cool your body off is just more difficult because you require more energy to move that mass compared to a smaller running. So that's why 6'5" is not ideal for a distance runner. Again, if you're sprinting like 100 meters, 6'5" probably isn't horrible. Maybe 6'1" or 2 is a little bit better, but 6'5" is okay. How much do I weigh? Asked Valis. I haven't weighed myself for maybe like 5 days, but it was a little under 195. I think it was like 193, 194, something like that, which is the most I've weighed since we started our channel. But then it's what I'm doing. It's how I'm training right now. I'm not like doing all this crazy aerobic exercise like I was doing before. I'm actually doing stuff that actually might even make me a little bit bigger. So it's right in line. It's all good. I judge how just what I'm trying to do physically, and it's all working out with what I'm doing right now as far as my weight, height, and strength. I am not a nugget. Thanks for your super chat tip there. Do I agree more with Jeff Nelson that nuts are not shown as healthy, or Dr. Furman that says they are and should be included in the diet? Well, right there, I mean, Jeff Nelson, I know him, he's a friend, but he's not a doctor. So not to say what he says can't be true. I'm just saying, I've never seen studies that say nuts are going to like decrease your life or anything like that. I haven't seen what Jeff's talking about. In fact, I'll look it up. Maybe I'll see him next week at Vegfest and just have him tell me. Like, I'm not sure what inside of a nut would like shorten my lifespan, or what do they mean by not healthy? But anyway, I am not a nugget. Look on our Twitter, Happy Healthy Vegan, or at Ryan Lum, and you will see a shout out to you there. So thanks so much for your question and your chat, your super chat tip there. But yeah, I eat nuts all the time. We just got a package of Karma nuts in the mail like 2 days ago. I'm digging them. Those are the best cashews I've ever eaten in my life, and every time I take a bite, I'm stoked. And I have my pumpkin seeds every day. That's not a nut exactly, it's a seed, but yeah, eating cashews, eating pumpkin seeds almost pretty much on a daily basis. So yeah, I should look into this whole nuts thing. If you guys want me to do a video about it, I'll see what Jeff said, and if what science is behind it, we'll see. But yeah, limiting nuts for cardiac patients, I have heard of that. I've heard of limiting higher fat foods in cardiac patients, but we're talking about cardiac patients. If you're just a regular non-cardiac patient like Jeff Nelson or myself, I've not seen any science that says it's going to like cause you to be at higher risk of disease or die sooner. But I'll check it out. Maybe Jeff knows something I don't. Yeah, I see what you're saying there, Susan. Yeah, yeah. If you're trying to reverse heart disease, yeah, avoid nuts. Yeah, yeah. Okay, I'll buy that, because again, on Dr. Esselstyn's reversing heart disease diet, it's all about is eating high carb, low fat, low oil as possible. And yeah, if you're trying to eat as low fat as possible, yeah, you wouldn't want to be munching nuts down. So yeah, I said, unless you have some kind of extreme health condition, I can't see why you'd want to avoid nuts. But yeah, if it's a matter of life and death, and that's what the science says, Dr. Esselstyn's research shows that, then yeah, do it. But hopefully that doesn't apply to any of you guys, I'm hoping. You think it would be a good thing, Race Lover? Okay, I will do it. I've heard some talk about it. And if you guys are interested, I'm interested now too. That's what happens. A lot of times you guys put a topic back in front of me that I thought wasn't too interesting, and once we kind of talk about it here, okay, it is a little more interesting than I thought. So yeah, I'll research that, and I'll try to make that a video for next week, guys. So thanks. That's it's a good question. Oh, thanks, Laura. Thanks, Laura Mosley. I've seen you here all the time. Thanks for your super chat tip there. Much appreciated. Again, look on our Twitter, Happy Healthy Vegan, or at Ryan Lum, and you will see a shout out to you. Thanks. All right, let me do like a 5-minute rapid fire here, and I gotta go. Me and Angie got some business I told you at the top of the hour. Then we're gonna make some, I think, guacamole for later. It's poor Tony. He's still going off about these parents who were not following a vegan diet. I mean, they happen to not be eating meat, but they're giving their kids like raw food and undernourishing them, like calorie restricting. That is not a vegan diet, Tony. It just happens to be one. Just like say if someone were to like feed their kid just like 5 pieces of like beef jerky a day and that's it, you know? I mean, you can't say the carnivore diet is like killing kids. No, that's the irresponsible choice that the parents made is just you can't, no one eats like what these parents were doing. If they were, they'd be failing. It's just irresponsible for a parent to give their kid a such a restrictive diet, both in terms of breadth of food and in calories. Do we use cilantro in our guac? Hell yeah, tulips. I think we still have some cilantro from last week's farmer's market. I hope so. Um, let's see what other questions here, guys, before I split. All right. Do I ever forage for wild edibles? No, just in my garden. That's about it. Do I use Are you team hummus or team guac? Great question, Jorge. Since I'm not a fan of garlic, and most often, not 100% of the time, but most often, garlic is a huge ingredient in hummus. So hummus. I know people trip out on how I say it. So yeah, I'm more guac for sure. You know, and plus, you know, there's so many just local ripe avocados from out here. So it'd be a sin to not take advantage of all the great avocados from out here from Southern California. We get them at our farmers market. They're so good. And we don't usually eat the kinds of avocados that most people find. Hass is kind of our least favorite. It's just grown not for its great taste. It's just grown for it's a great market avocado. It travels well. Has a hard skin. Doesn't damage as easily. It's just good for for farmers to make money from, and they should. But there's much tastier varieties of avocado. So if you find some, get them. Let's see. Tyler, what's my thoughts on cannabis or weed? As you guys know, I'm pro weed, pro legalization. Not saying you should all go out and be stoners or anything like that, but yeah, if people have the legal right to drink alcohol and not go to jail, or smoke their nicotine cigarettes and not go to jail, both not particularly healthy for you, people should be able to smoke marijuana and not go to jail too. And I say that because there's still states in the United States where people can go to prison, be separated from their family, and go to prison for smoking a joint. Hey, Paul, thank you for the super chat tip here. Thanks so much, Paul. Again, look at our Twitter, Happy Healthy Vegan, or at Random, and you'll see a shout out to you. So thanks so much. Let's see. Any other questions here? Oh, something about the Jeff Nelson thing here. The Jeff Nelson thing was literally based off a N equals one study, like one person. That sounds like an anecdote, not even a study, really. The title of the video is so dishonest. All right, I'll check it out, but I feel bad. If Jeff's kind of not misrepresented, I don't want to call him out because he's someone I know and friendly with and respect, but I'll check it out and we'll see what happens. Let's see. White beans are easy to work with in garbanzos. Yeah, I guess so. We work with garbanzos too. In fact, garbanzos is one of the major ingredients in keep it carb baby for the for this tuna-like sandwich that we make in there. Um, let's see. Favorite vegan cheese? Gosh, probably Miyoko's. But we don't get vegan cheese all that much. It's just kind of diet is affordable. Miyoko's is a little less affordable. We just don't use vegan cheese all that much, to be honest with you. Let's see. Before I go anywhere, I just want to remind all the people that started late. Vegfest LA next Sunday, May 5th. Woodley Park in Van Nuys. Just go to the website. I have the link in the show description. Angie and I will be at the social media tent all day. She organized the social media tent by herself. She got vegan black metal chef to be there all day with us. And throughout the day, we'll have several guests come and join us, like Brian Turner, those annoying vegans. Oh, Brian Turner and Sammy Grimm. And Straight Veg, our friend Jared, and Sonia Elsie, who you've seen on a vlog of ours recently, hopefully. And then we'll be at the what's it called again? I like what it's called, but Mike the Vegan's hosting. Yeah, Mike the Vegan's going to be there. He's going to be hosting the Social Media Stars panel with us, Supreme Banana, Nikki Vegan from The Vegan View, and Apples and Amanda's. So, yeah, come check it out. That's at 4 p.m. But yeah, come to our social media tent. We'll be there all day, except while we're on this panel at the Vegspiration tent. And yeah, find us. We'll take selfies. We'll talk. We'll have our teas and books there. And yeah, let's have a good time. So come join. Oh, I see a question in super chat. Let's see, Devin. Thank you, Devin, by the way. And was love spirals downward meant as a metaphor for LSD? Well, I actually answered this question earlier, but I'll do it again. Yeah, we got asked this question not all the time, but it was a really common question back in the days of love spirals downwards. And when we came up with the band name, we were aware of the acronym LSD for Love Spirals Downwards. At first, I was attracted to Love Spirals Upwards, but then I realized the acronym would be LSU, which in my mind is like Louisiana State University. So I don't know, I went for the D instead. I thought LSD was cooler than Louisiana State University, but it wasn't meant to be some kind of like declaration, like, yeah, we're about drugs or anything like that, not a fan of lysergic acid diethylamide or whatever it's called. I've had it before. It's just crazy. It's, 12 hours, and I haven't had it recently, mind you. It was in the 80s or 90s. Am I pro psychedelic psychotherapy? If I understand the field, yeah, it sounds like there's promise, as long as they're not taking 12-hour trips. Yeah, if they're like doing like some kind of like psilocybin therapy or something like that. Yeah, that sounds cool. I think it should be used in research too if it can help people. Why should it be banned if it actually helps people, unless you have some kind of political agenda and want people to not be healthy or happy. Our garden's going just fine. We got tons of our chard out there. If anyone wants some, let me know. No, I'm just kidding. What happened in the 90s stayed in the 90s, huh? Let's see. What else are you guys asking here? Oh, sounds like you guys are having a nice discussion there about vegan cheeses, like that. All right, guys. So remember, I just said Vegfest LA. If you're in LA or SoCal, come out and meet us. I'm not sure when our next event's going to be. This is going to be like our big meetup for the time being. So come by and we'll try to make a vlog for the rest of you guys. And next week, I know some of you guys are asking about if you're following us on Instagram, follow us. Happy Healthy Vegan on Instagram. Angie works super hard on that. You guys don't know. I'm making a lot of these videos, but Angie's making all the photos and all the content on IG. Some of you guys saw her story about our visit to Sail Ranch Sanctuary, and she just finished editing the video last night, so we should have that video out probably on Monday. We could put it up tomorrow, but we want Sail Ranch to see it and approve it first, make sure we got it right. So watch out for that video. It's a really beautiful, touching, sad, and lovely video all in one, and they're just a great organization. You got to see what they're doing with all these great animals out there, so check that out. So yeah, it's on Monday, and Vegfest LA Sunday, May 5th. Link is in the show notes. Get all the information down there, and hope to see you guys. If you do happen to come up and say hi to us and say, hey, I'm Shamanic Punk from the live stream, or I'm Analdi One from the live stream. Just come out and let me know. I'm always like stoked to meet someone from the live chats, because I feel like I know you guys. I kind of know you guys just from the live streams here. So I'm not sure when my next live stream will be. Not sure. So just, make sure you have the notification bell hit on our homepage on Happy Healthy Vegan on YouTube. And you'll get notified not only for our videos, but for these live streams too. So again, thanks guys. Thank you, Race Lover, for staying the course here and keeping Tony and everyone in line here. This was a fun chat. It was cool. Even with Tony asking all his weird questions, at least he was not doing it in a really mean, disrespectful way. So I can appreciate that. And I appreciate everyone else too here that asked great questions. So thanks so much for being a great chat audience here. And yeah, just keep on being vegan, guys. It doesn't suck being vegan. I'll see you guys soon, guys. Bye.